100, 50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 5,
Yeah, I hate it when it does that shit. God almighty, man, it fucking OBS. It again, it changed my mic source to default, which is still this microphone, so it still should have been working, but whatever. Anyways, guys, again, welcome to another episode of Wrong Side Simulations, bringing you the best content from the wrong side of the airplane, the right seat. And as always, my name is Blake, aiming to bring you a little more context to your flight sim viewing experience. And today is an exciting day on the Wrong Side Simulations channel. This morning we got in the CAT3DESIGN Airbus Tiller. I have only had the chance to taxi around just a tad to make sure that it worked. I actually got one in last week, and it was messed up to some extent. Something's going on the inside of it. It would only turn one direction. So finally got in the replacement one today, and that is super exciting. Feels incredibly nice. The top part of it here, the leather, it feels just like the Airbus leather with like all the little the texture that it's got. super excited about that. So that's really cool. Still waiting on the side stick, the one that V1's got. They ceased production during the holidays, so I'm sure they're catching up. So I haven't yet. I don't think mine's even shipped yet. So still looking forward to that. But anyways, over to the chat. Aviation Geek, Kieran, Wes, Zach, Jay, and of course, Mr. Robert, DM himself. Guys, thank y'all so much for coming to hang out with me tonight. I want to try to get this thing going as fast as we can. Going to be pushed for time to try to get both legs in. Tomorrow, getting in a whole bedroom set for the bedroom, along with the new mattress and mattress topper, a whole bunch of shit. They're coming tomorrow to bring all that stuff. So whenever Crystal gets home, we've got to empty out the drawers and get the current dresser and nightstands and all that stuff out of the room, and make sure we have the room set and ready for tomorrow when they bring our new stuff. So without further ado, let's jump into it. We are going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff on this one. We are going to be running a pilot's life in parallel with virtual American Airlines. I hate that stupid flow thing. But yeah, we're running that along with PACX. So we're going to have like the whole commercial airline SOP like situation running, where we're going to have to pay extra attention to our standard operating procedures to make sure that we get everything correct, so that we can get the best score as possible. We're going to do a single engine taxi out, single engine taxi in, engine warm-ups, flows, briefings, checklists. We're going to be doing the whole 9 yards. So I probably won't be able to get back to y'all until we are airborne. I have set up the camera a little bit differently this time so that y'all can see the tiller as well as what I'm doing with the center pedestal. I need to get a third camera so that we can have close-ups of each. But yeah, so let's jump straight into it. As it's becoming nighttime, it's gonna be a little hard to see in the cockpit, so we got that on. But we are in a somewhat of a turn state. We're on ground power. Wanted to have everything kind of preset and ready. That way we can go ahead and start boarding, because that's the longest part of this whole process. And by the time we're done programming the airplane, we should be done boarding and ready to go. So real quick, let's cross-check the dash. All that set up, constraints, flight directors, VORs are on. We are in auto here, auto and all. Sweet. Alrighty, let's try this out here. OFP. This is the Pegasus ACARS client for VAAL, Virtual American Airlines. So with that, I'm going to use my, actually, it just dawned on me that, so we can copy this, come up to video, paste that there. Oh wait, that's wrong. I didn't want that. I want this. Copy. Here we should have 2 chats. We're going to get rid of that one. Yes. Cool. Now. Bam. Alright. We'll paste. And then we're going to run this. Cool. Turn that off. Alright. So that y'all can kind of see everything that's going on between the OFP, me down here, and then as well as the virtual MCDU. So, ATSU, and we're going to initialize the flight. So we are American Airlines flight 424 from DCA to Charlotte. Estimated time en route is going to be 54 minutes from wheels up to wheels down. Data, we're going to do our diff strip flow, AC status, and our nav data is current init. Initialize request. Get rid of that GPS primary. Nav upgrade, don't care about that. DCA Charlotte, no alternate. We are American Airlines Flight 424. Cost index of 27. Cruise altitude 300. With a temperature of -51. Triple pause is 33,600 feet, so 33.6. I'm just putting in 2 random other digits because it's always a 5-digit. And then get our wind data uplink. Clear that out. Flight plan DCA departure off of runway 1 on the Scram 6. Blank transition. Insert that. For Charlotte, arriving 36 right. It's got ILS 36 right in there. And then it's going to be Chesley 5. LYH transition. I'm not going to mess with any approach vias. We'll just tell it no via. Insert. Look for any discons. Got the discon there for the from the start to the approach. That's fine. We want that. Secondary flight plan. We'll copy the active, and we'll go bevel. I hate this. Who does that? Let's see. Bevel. Hold. Compute. Cool. Rad nav. Let's put in DCA. What is this doing? I'm hitting clear. I bet it's stuck. Yeah, that was it. Button got stuck there a little bit. Alright. DCA. Init B page. Our planned zero fuel weight is 125.9. Now I've been having issues with Phoenix where every time it increases zero fuel weight by 300 or 3,000 pounds rather. It's supposed to do it like intermittent, where sometimes you're a little bit heavier, sometimes you're way heavier, sometimes you're a little bit lighter, to kind of give that realistic effect that you like. You never know what your actual zero fuel weight's going to be in real life, but lately everything has been like 3,000 pounds heavier. Alright, so we've got 125.9 with a standard CG of 30. Our block fuel is 11.1. Taxi fuel is 500 pounds. Route reserve is 0.
Southwest 2110 departing runway 01 national.
Is 2.9. Drop that in there. Sweet. Alright, so we are done with the OFP for now. So we'll get rid of that. And let's go back over to just this camera. Got our prelim load sheet, which shows a zero fuel weight of 125.9. So we'll accept that. Back up to the overhead panel. We have our fuel on board. Turn on the seatbelt sign, turn on those fuel pumps. Good there. Alrighty, for our SID, top altitude is 5,000 feet. Got that in there. Altimeter 3003 is what the sim is picking up, and we'll cross check with the actual METAR. Refresh that. It's 3004. And once we get airborne too, I'm probably going to turn the change the time so we have some daylight. And let's see where we're at in the boarding process. Oof, still got a little ways to go. 50. Oh, why is this one boarding so much slower? I wonder if it's because the door. No, the door's open. Just taking a hot second. We'll reset this. Get that AP rolling. Load aircraft. We'll do instant. Alright, so now that we're loaded up, we'll resend the load sheet. So our actual zero fuel weight, okay, now it's a little bit less. No, actually, look at that, 3,000 pounds heavier, 128 versus 125. I plan a little bit extra gas just for that, about 500 extra pounds. So actual zero fuel weight is 128.6, and the actual zero fuel weight CG is 29.3. Got that in there. Sweet. So now we can come over here and run our takeoff numbers. Once drive, flaps optimal, no toga, NICE will be off, PACX can be on. And calculate. Alrighty, flaps. There's going to be 1/down 0.0. Cool, so we don't have to trim. Flex temp 61. Acceleration climb altitude is 1020. So it's thrust reduction altitude and acceleration climb altitude. Sorry, I meant engine out on the other one. And then V speeds 31, 40, and 40. Bam, we are set there. APU is available. Bleed can come on. Ground power can come off. And I don't know why, but I have to click GSX twice with this new flow toolbar to get it to work right. Okay, so now DC center is online. So now we got a request. So originally, approach was on, but then they went off. And so we weren't going to have to request anything, and now we need to. I wonder. Pre-departure clearance, TCA Charlotte, da da da. Do we have an ATIS? We do. So Alpha. Oh, it's station ZDC maybe? That's 4. Huh. I don't know what the station would be. I can find out though, I think. Don't think it'd be KUSA. I would imagine it would be like ZDC, something like that. ARTC first. Of course, this is not giving me the 4-letter identifier. KZCA. KZCA. We'll try it. I bet it doesn't work. It's probably some different identifier for I guess like who to send the PDC request to. It's KZ, where'd it go? KZCA for DC Center. Pre-departure clearance. But it's probably not though. What is he on? Center 3372.
With 330.
Yeah, this airplane is
Unity
capable
24,
of
55, squawk
FRs.
1154.
Phoenix is.
1154, United 2455.
It's like audio.
American 109.
Kicked out my settings.
American 109 in Washington. United 2455, radar contact 10 miles west of Charlottesville. Flight level 320, welcome.
2455.
American 1815, Washington. Delta 2265, wind 340 at 10, runway 1, clear to land. Traffic 4 miles minor.
Number 2, clear to land runway 1 for Delta 2265.
Center, good evening, American 1767, with you for level 380.
American 1767, Washington Center, good evening, ident.
Protect runway 1 right.
It'll take forever to get out of here.
United 716, welcome to Washington, taxi to gate at your discretion.
Thank you. Taxi gate, my discretion, United 716.
American 1767, radar contact 30 miles east of Atlantic City, flight level 380.
American 1767.
American 24, expect Mount Cronin, visual runway 1 approach, Washington, altimeter.
Alright, how about that on the VATSIM sound?
Expect visual approach, American 24. American 1815, Washington Center, good evening.
Washington Center, American 109.
American 109, I think you're on the incorrect flight plan. Please fire the correct flight plan. Delta BT 889, turn left heading 350, expedite descend and maintain 3000. Delta BT 889, turn left heading 350, expedite descend and maintain 3000.
Noah, Ninja, Hillbilly, what's up, guys? Sorry, I'm kind of ignoring the chat right now. I'm trying to get a word in on these guys.
Descend and maintain 8000, making 24.
DC Center 284 with you, descending to 1000.
United 284, Washington Center, good evening, Spark 1130.
1130, United 284.
Washington Center, American 424 on the ground here in DC, looking for IFR clearance to Charlotte or PDC.
American 410, disregard. Delta 410, contact Atlanta Center 132.97. Good night. Good night, Delta 4. America 424, Washington Center, good evening. Clear to Charlotte via Scram 6 departure, galactic transition, then aspire to maintain pressure climb via Spark 0577.
We're cleared to the Charlotte Airport via the Scram 6 Glank transition, and we'll expect flight level 300 10 minutes after departure, squawk 0577.
Delta BT 889, turn left heading 280, vectors across final for descent. Delta BT 889, check your mic on leaderboard. Brake, American 424, leaderboard correct, push and start at your discretion, call for taxi. Expect runway 1 for departure.
We'll call for taxi, and we'll expect runway 1 for departure, American 424.
American
Alrighty.
424, 6000.
What is this doing?
Descend and maintain 6000, American 24. Southwest 1700, descend via Chancellor 5, arrival. Charlotte altimeter 3011.
Stand via the arrival and 3011. Southwest 1700.
America 109er. Turn right heading 040, descend and maintain 5000, vectors for Mount Vernon, visual runway 1 approach Washington, altimeter 3004.
Turn right heading 030, you said?
040. America 109er, turn right heading 040.
Alright, before start checklist, maintenance log and tail is onboard and check. Cover prep is complete. Gear pins covers are removed. Signs are on auto. ADIRS. Let's go. AC. IRS monitors. Got green there. Altimeters 3004 set. EFBs checked. Window slides closed and arm. Beacons on. Thrusters idle. Parking brake is on. Transponder is in auto. Before start checklist is complete. What the fuck?
United 284 radar contact 20 miles northwest Minster, 13,800. Descend via Hyper 8 arrival, expect visual approach from your 1 right. Lowest altimeter 3004.
Descend via Hyper 8, expect to 4 my 10 right, altimeter 3004, 284.
Delta BT 89, turn left heading 190.
I don't know why this is not.
Delta BT 89, unreadable central response via text message. And DC 11 heavy safe position.
Just want a damn push. Screw it. Alrighty. Believe we are ready to go.
Radar contact 11210, welcome. Delta BTA 89 heading 190. American 695, you are leaving fire state Atlanta Central Plus radar service terminated. Please change up.
I'm not gonna be overtime.
Washington Center, Sterling.
Spring 1632 Washington Center, hello, ident.
Parking brake sets.
American 24, descend and maintain 3000. Reduce speed 170.
Alrighty.
3000, reducing to 170 knots. American 24.
Let's fire them up,
American
shalleth we?
109er, reduce speed 170, descend and maintain 4000.
Rolling one.
Spearing 1632, radar contact 45 miles of coil BY, flight between 80, welcome. American 109, reduce speed 170, descend and maintain 4000.
Speed 170, descend and maintain 4000.
And to get to runway 1.
United 1525.
Juliet cross 4
United
at
1525,
Juliet.
descend via Billboard 3, arrival Philadelphia, altimeter 2997, heliport back.
Dude, what is going on?
Via the Philba 3 arrival, United 1525, and could we actually request the Dillon for arrival for New extraction?
United 15,
Engines ain't doing shit.
Roger, stand by.
Don't know what's going on. So I did an instant board, but yet when we pushed down it said the boarding process was interrupted. But yeah, it's got 109 here. I don't understand. We got enough bleed air.
United 1525, descend via Dillon for arrival.
Send me the Dillon for arrival, United 1525, thank you.
APU's on, bleed air, but nothing's happening on the engine.
Delta 5889, turn left heading 0.
Something's got to be screwed up.
5889.
American 109, turn left heading 310.
Left heading 310.
American 24, right turn, proceed direct to Addons, descend and maintain 2000.
Right turn, proceed, Baden, descend and maintain 3000.
American 109, traffic, travel clock 7 miles, 3500, descending, southbound A320, no factor.
5 traffic.
Okay, it's fine.
Delta PT89, dollars.
Let's try this one more time.
5 miles, report airport inside.
Runway is in sight for 5889.
Delta PT89, looks like your mic is back. Clear visual approach, runway 1 right. Delta PT89, clear visual approach, runway 1 right.
Again for 5889.
Delta PT89, clear visual approach, runway 1 right.
There's a visual approach to 1 right. Delta 5889.
American 24, Washington, 12 o'clock, 10 miles, report airport inside.
And that
I
probably
have
just
the
fucked up
airport inside,
everything.
American 24.
American 24, clear
Reconnect.
visual runway 1 approach, maintain 170, tier 5 miles final.
House life is good. Don't
Maintain
understand.
170 and clear for Mount Vernon visual, American 24.
American 109, what are you doing?
There we go. Now we're rolling.
American 109 in Washington.
Daggum FSUIPC stopped. Does that from time to time. Got another.
American 1815, descend via CAT3 arrival, Washington landing north, Washington altimeter 3004. American 109er, Washington. What are you doing?
I thought that I was clear for visual.
American 109er, negative, that's for American 24. Turn left heading 280,
Alright.
maintain 4000.
280, maintain 4000.
Southwest 1700, you're leaving my space. Atlanta Central Upline, radar service terminated vehicle.
Not to hit the camera with my chair. Alright.
Steering 1632, listed transponder squawk 0527.
Alrighty, after start checklist, engine anti-ice is off. Yellow trim is on, road trim 0 after start checklist is complete.
San Francisco via level 5 departure. Auto transition that expired climb via 6 squawk 0516.
We're clear to San Francisco, Rumble 5 departure auto transition, then unstyled, climb by the 6 departure frequency 2240516.
American 24, wind 340 and 10, runway 1 clear to land.
Clear to land runway 1, American 24.
United 351, repair correct, push and start to discretion, corporate taxi, expect runway 1 for departure, information Alpha.
1 will call for taxi, United 351.
American 409, descend and maintain 3000, turn left heading 190. Delta 5889, wind 310 at 13, runway 1 right, clear to land.
Clear land, 01 right for 5889.
American 109, turn left heading 190, descend and maintain 3000.
190.
It sure is. DC Center, American 424, information Alpha, ready taxi.
American 424, runway 1, taxi via Kilo 5 Juliet, cross runway 4 at Juliet.
American 109, what was my heading?
190.
190, road.
American 424 is clear taxi, Kilo 5, cross runway 4 at Juliet, and then hold short runway 1 at Juliet, American 424. Frame rate's gonna be shit till we get out of here.
JetBlue 1584, Washington. American 109er, turn left heading 050, descend and maintain 2000.
050, 2000, right?
Tiller's definitely going to take a little bit of getting used to. It's a very springy feeling. Like it definitely wants to come back to its neutral position. Feels really good. I really like it. Alrighty, let's fire up numero dos.
2455, you are leaving my airspace, Atlanta Central Upline. Radar service terminated, frequency change approved for 9.
The next bit of hardware that is planned will be the
24, runway gated.
4090
Washington.
and the i9 latest version of that. So hopefully we can get better frames than this.
Give traffic to departing.
It's a little choppier than I'd like.
Taxi to gate at my own discretion. Thank you.
So it's not like this when I fly when I'm not streaming, because all these extra programs I got to run while I'm streaming
DC-11 Washington.
kill the frames.
DC-11, you are leaving Space Jacksonville Central offline. Radar service terminated. Frequency change approved.
We might only have enough time to get this one flight.
American 109, turn left heading 020.
Sorry, was that 02 or 03?
020.
All right. F start flow. Boom. We want pew off. Alrighty, mini brief. We are departing off of runway 1. Gross weight's 139.6. Flaps config 1 plus F. Fuel 10 point. Actually, it's closer to 11. V1's 131. V2's 140. Top altitude's 5,000 feet. 5,000's blue, and our first fix is Revenge.
Continue left turn heading 360.
Something like that. Flight controls, check. Full up, full down, neutral. Full left, full right, neutral. Rudder. Full left, full right, neutral. Flight controls check is complete.
Delta 704 Washington Center radar contact as reported. Welcome. American 109 Washington 11
and app start checklist. Engine ice is off. Yellow trump is off. Road trim 0. App start checklist is complete.
American 109 cleared about burner visual on the one approach.
And light strobe lights are on as we cross this runway.
Washington Center, good evening, American 1554 on the ground at National. Latest Alpha, we're at Delta 39, I part of mine.
American 1554 Washington Center, good evening. Clear to Miami via AB1 departure, scoop transition, then inspired Columbia State, Squawk 0523.
Alright, yeah, American 1554, go to Miami, AB1 departure, scoop transition, as filed via the SID 0533, American.
Alright, before takeoff checklist to the line. Gross weight comparisons complete. Piston 29.3% CG set. V1, VR, V2 flex. 131, 140, 140 flex 61. Flaps config 1 plus F. Flight check, flight controls check. ICM memo, takeoff all green. ICM status is check. Principal winch auto. TCAS CAT3DESIGN ICM cruise advised. Mini brief is complete. Before takeoff to the line is complete. Below the line, runway 01 is confirmed. Fuel min is 9.7. We've got 10.9 on board. Engine mode selectors normal. Bleed packs are set. APU is off before takeoff. Below the line is complete.
American 109 Washington, wind 340 at 10, runway 1 clear to land.
And I got an aircraft on final. So we're going to hold right here. Kill our taxi and turn off lights. And we got our 3-minute engine warm up, so we can kill that timer.
November 1972, November Washington Center.
Alright guys, over. Thank you. Thank you.
United 284, reduce speed 180, then turn right heading 280, descend and maintain 2000.
Speed 180, turn right heading 2... Sorry, can I go ahead again, please?
280.
Reduce speed 180, turn right heading 280, descend 2000.
November 1972, November radar contact 60 miles southeast of Grandstand BR, November 410.
Well, I got a couple seconds while we're waiting on this aircraft to land. Who else do we have join us? Chase, what's up? Drew. Guys, thank y'all for coming to hang out. Sorry I haven't been able to chat much. I'm trying to get the hell out of here. This is why sometimes I don't ever want to fly on VATSIM, just because it's so much busier. You got to pay a lot more attention. It takes more attention away from the chat.
United 284, Washington, crashing dollars, 2 o'clock, 2 miles, report airport inside.
We've got the airport inside here in 284.
United 284, thank you, clear the visual approach, runway 1 right.
Clear for visual 1 right for United 284.
But anyways, yo, 300 pounds. It sounds. I mean, during the holidays. How's the VATSIM volume now, guys? Is it better? Need to wait and see how the i9 setup with 4090 works for Blue. He's about to do this. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he'll have his done before I get mine. After talking with Tony over at Jetline, we're expecting sometime like later this month, maybe next month.
Yeah, 1525 is back with you.
Where's this fella? Oh, he's right there. Not showing on TCAS anymore because it's below 1,000. Good deal. Good deal. Oh shit, 12 likes. That's cool. I never even look at that stuff.
United
Ah,
284,
14 likes.
310 and 13, runway 1 right, clear to land.
Clear to land 1 right, United 284.
Why do I have like no liveries today? DC Center, American 424, holding short, runway 1 DC.
American 424, runway 1, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, American 424. Lights, camera, and action. Swing her a little wide.
424, wind 340 and 10, runway 1, clear for takeoff.
Good takeoff, runway 1, American 424.
Southwest 2110, you are leaving by airspace, Atlanta Central Prime, radar service terminated, frequency change approved, good night.
Frequency change approved, good night, Southwest 2110.
Alrighty folks, here we go. Scoot this over. I had it scooted so y'all could see it in the pre-flight. Man, flex SRF runway Arthur's blue. There's V1 and rotate. Nav. Positive rate gear up. Staying away from the right side of that river. Thrust climb.
American 1810, expect Mount Vernon visual runway 1 approach, Washington altimeter 3004. American 424.
American 424 is 2,000, 5,000, and scram 6.
American 424, radar contact, climb maintain, flight level 210.
Climb maintain flight level 210, American 424.
Center American American 1550.
Alright, flaps 0, speed checks, flaps 0. After takeoff checklist, landing gears up, flaps retracted, bleed packs are set. Before takeoff, or after takeoff checklist is complete.
Kilo 5, Juliet, cross 4, Juliet, American 1554.
Washington Center, American 1726, information held, 5-4 clearance to Bogota.
Bogota.
1726, Washington Center, good evening, clear to Bogota via JDA for departure. RC transition, that is filed, maintain 3000, squawk 0507.
Clear to Bogota via the JDA for departure, horizon transition, climb to 3000, expect 360 to MSFS departure and squawk 0507, American 1726.
American 1726, squawk 0507, lead back correct, push S down, entry discretion. Corporate taxi, expecting on May 30 for departure.
Squawk 0507, expect 30, American 1726.
American 1815, cross Cageman, at or above 2500.
Ooh. Sure, the passengers didn't like that. So, just so y'all know, at 9,000 feet, whenever I'm flying on a pilot's life, I turn the landing lights off because it goes based off of sea level. So, depending on the barometric pressure, 10,000 feet can actually be lower or higher, and you might be higher than 10,000 feet based off of what it thinks. Therefore, you would lose points because it thinks you're turning landing lights off after 10,000 feet. So, 9,000 feet, landing lights and scan lights off.
I think our autopilot disconnected for some reason there. We're tracking back on course, American 4891.
American 4891.
And there's 10,000. Then we've got a 250 knot speed constraint.
And center United 351, Bravo 11 is DCA looking for pressure control.
I don't see it. It says plus 3,000. There it goes. Now it finally kicked up.
United 351, push and start.
Took it like an extra 1,000 feet for it to kick the speed up from 250. Alright, now that we're above 10, we'll hand it over to the autopilot and let's go through our preliminary setup for arrival. So, flight plan, call key, fix info. We're going to do a CAT 36 right, and we're going to do a 5 nautical mile range ring. And coming over, pull up my approach plate. Final approach fix is Heyu. We'll put that in as well. And then the radial that we want to draw our extended center line will be opposite of runway heading, which is 183. That draws our extended center line. Rad nav, DC, we'll leave that in there for now. Drop Charlotte in there, we'll hard tune that for the VOR number 2. Prog page, Charlotte again, 36 right. Perf, next, next, and next. Get the current METAR. Winds calm, temperature's 10, dew point 3011. Minimum for the approach will be 200 feet. Fuel prediction as of right now showing landing with 5.7, which is what we were planned. I expect that might get better while we're en route. Gives us 2.8 extra, 37 minutes of extra fuel to play with if we need it. Secondary, we'll delete the secondary. We're not going to set up anything else after that because we don't have an alternate. Otherwise, we'd set up our alternate routing. All right, here comes transition altitude, standard, standard, and standard. As V1 says, STDs for all three.
American 1815 Washington, travel clock 20 miles, hold airport. American 424, climb maintain, flight level 300.
Climb maintain, flight level 300, American 424.
American 1815, cleared Mount Vernon.
Alrighty, 300, so we got 30 blue and 30 blue.
Delta 1214.
Anticipate smooth rides, we'll turn that seatbelt sign off. And we'll holler at the passengers.
Delta 1214.
1214, go ahead.
Delta 1214, I'm waiting for your lead back.
American 5054 out of 1.7 for 5,000 meters.
American 1554, radar contact, climb maintain, flight level 190.
190, United, Christian American 1554.
I'll let it say its stupid little thing. Does the call button on the Phoenix not make sound? Don't think so, but I'll check. Let's go prog page. Spit there. 2003. It's 1918 in the sim. Ladies and gentlemen from the cockpit, this is your first officer speaking. We're coming to our final cruise altitude of 30,000 feet. Winds or weather in Charlotte, nice calm winds, nice cool temperature of 10 degrees Celsius. Looks like we're going to be, we should be touching down in about the next 45 minutes. We'll give you another brief once we get a little bit further along in the flight. Got the seatbelt sign off, expecting smooth rides. But as always, I want to thank you for flying American, and we'll talk to you soon. Goodbye, boom. Alright. Now I can finally talk to you. I'll see how busy it can get in the cockpit. For the most part, I think the only thing that I missed was the departure brief, like when we were at the gate. Other than that, we did everything from the flows brief, all that good stuff. Oh, Atlanta Center is now offline. But yeah, it gets quite busy, and usually when I'm jump seating, we don't even chat until we're well above 10,000 feet. You're not supposed to talk from like basically the time you push out until 10,000 feet. It's known as sterile cockpit. But even still, like we still don't even talk until we're quite a ways above. Usually like about 18,000 feet. It's usually when everything's kind of done and you can start to sit back and chill. As you saw, that's basically what happened this time. Usually it's around 18,000 feet that when they're able to sit back and chill, they can like address the passengers and all that kind of stuff. So that's about how it went. But anyways, I hope everybody's having a great Monday evening. Thank y'all so much for coming and joining me on this this special little flight as we check out the CAT3DESIGN Airbus Tiller for the first time. So far, loving it. Feels amazing. It's very snappy. It definitely takes a little bit of getting used to. There's a lot more travel in this axis than there is like the twist axis on a joystick, which is how I usually would taxi. So that takes a bit of getting used to. Right, like when you start getting around that 30 degrees mark is when you would anticipate the airplane to really start turning hard, just because that's a roundabout where you would start to bottom out on a joystick tiller or joystick axis. But there's a lot more travel to go. So when you start to anticipate the plane to start turning hard, it doesn't, and you're like, oh wait, I'm gonna keep turning it some more and some more. So yeah, and it's got the pedal disconnect push button in the middle. Works great. Y'all saw me as we were running through the flight controls check. Disconnected the nose wheel steering. Was able to run the rudder check, and then reconnect the nose wheel steering. Seamless. Didn't have to look at nothing. It was great. I would highly recommend the CAT3DESIGN Tiller. Now it is for, especially just for a single axis control, so to speak, like a joystick or whatever the case. For something that's a single axis, I would say that the price is pretty steep. But it is a one-for-one, pretty much one-for-one. The only thing to me that's not one-for-one would be the push, the pedal disconnect push button. But as far as the handle itself, it is a one-for-one, and then the leather that's on top is identical to the Airbus leather. In fact, let's see.
If the distance is too short, we'll stop the climb.
You can kind of see how. Oops. That's the flow thing. There's a specific button that you have to bind for the flow toolbar, but it's also bound to my camera down. But as you can see, there's texture to the leather. It's the same thing with the tiller here. It also has all of these letters and numbers, the right hand, left hand, and all the degrees. That is on here as well. The only thing that is not backlit. I wouldn't expect it to be though. But highly recommend it. Especially if you're a big Airbus fan like I am, being that I dispatch Airbuses, that our entire fleet is Airbus. I wanted a good Airbus setup, and we are getting there between the Flightsimpm PM center pedestal, the Java simulations MCDU, and then now the tiller. Now we're just waiting on the side stick to come, and we will be all set up for the Airbus. But yeah, now I guess after that, they actually make Airbus seats that work just like the Airbus seats do in real life. They come with the little buttons to make it go up and down, and on a track to make it go forwards and back, along with all the armrests moving around, that kind of stuff. So they actually make these Airbus seats that you can like put in your house or use as a computer chair kind of thing. It's not on a movable base, which is fine by me as long as the motor and the track and everything works. But then again, that's more parts that if and when, more likely when it messes up, you would, like I wouldn't be able to move my chair. But I have actually thought about getting one of these. They are anywhere between $3,000 and $8,000. Just to, make it a little more realistic. Go with the Airbus setup. Plus the computer chair, like the whole spinniness gets a little annoying. And then also, like having to constantly lock my wheels and stuff gets annoying. So I've thought about getting one of those. And the only thing I can't find that they make, we know they make them for fixed base simulators, but would be Airbus rudder pedals. But again, these TPRs are like $600. They're more than fine. It's just, if we're trying to be full-fledged Airbus nerds, then that's the route I would go. But anyways, back to the chat. Sorry again for having to ignore y'all for so long. The top cam makes it look like the controls are on the floor. I guess I could see that. There's another flight sim streamer that that I watch, and he has a background in like professional video stuff and green screening, and he has a top-down view as well, and his even includes the yoke, but he's got a green screen somehow under the yoke and under his throttles and stuff, so you don't see the floor. That's pretty damn cool. I could picture him sitting Indian style on the floor with controls on the floor. Yeah, right. That would be hard to do. Could you imagine having to sit Indian style? Although I do like to prop my legs up on the TPRs.
20 miles southeast of Morristown, flight 253, December gauge full arrival landing north.
So our prog page is showing now. Or not prog, but fuel prediction. It's got us burning more gas now. Shows us landing with 5,500 pounds. Now at my company, 5,500 pounds is the planned minimum for the 320 classic or classic engines. So ideally we wouldn't want to burn less than that, but if we did, it's not a big deal. It's not a regulatory thing, it's more just a company policy. Regulatory is obviously you need to have, you need to land at reserves. For a calculating purpose, you would land with reserves as well as, or not calculating wise, but you have to have fuel for A to B, furthest alternate if required, and your reserve fuel. Dog's acting goofy.
Southwest 277, use caution. There's a similar course sign of frequency Southwest 227. Southwest 277. So
I noticed too, whenever we were departing DC, there was a similar call sign of American 24, and we are 424. So I was thinking, oh, we're going to get caught in that somehow. Screw up.
No, it's Southwest 57.
I'm starving. I have not eaten today.
American 5153, descend by troops for arrival and say altimeter again, please.
3005.
Altimeter 3005, American 5153.
Where is
Southwest 277, 277, squawk 3434.
3434.
Well, I've got two of these. Don't need that. Delete that. Proceed. I want cameras. Bam. That's actually not what I want. I want like the camera speed so I can like increase the camera speed, but whatever.
Fly 280 after departure, clear for takeoff runway 30, American 1720.
Southwest 277, radar contact. 30 miles northeast of Baltimore at 9,700. Descend at 2H2, arrival at usual approach, runway 32 left. Baltimore to the 3002.
Like the visual 33 left, and we have pop up.
Washington Center, good morning, American 2264 is at 1,400, climbing for 12,000, 40 miles north, west from level.
I'm climbing to 18,000, flight level 20.
American 2264, Washington Center, climbing team for level 340, good evening.
Copy 340, American 2264, thank you, good evening.
And I want the clock.
United 1395, please speed 210.
210 knots, United 1395.
The chrono? What would it call it? Here.
Washington Center, Walker 612, Whiskey, climbing to flight level 200,
clock.
20 miles northeast of Greensboro.
Walker 6 Trip, Washington Center, radar contact as reported, descent transport, squawk 2076.
Clock chrono. Button press. I think that would work.
Walker, question, American 424, 425, Washington Center, good evening, ident.
Maybe not. Buttons and assignments.
American 425, radar contact 25 miles west to Bordeaux.
Damn, now I got American 425. Oh, that's different.
Delta 704, depart coins, fly heading 350, depart, descend and maintain 3000 after coins.
350 and 3000 after coins, Delta 704.
Here we go. Glare shield, chrono, FO, button press. Okay.
Washington Center,
F4.
American 1726 is everyone climbing through 2000 from 3000.
American 1726, radar contact, climb maintain 10,000, leaving 3000, proceed direct Hafner.
Climb up to 10,000 and direct to Hafner, American 1726.
Southwest 277 cross, slopes 3000.
EFG.
Washington Center, Delta 114, ready for taxi.
Glare shield, chrono, button
taxi via Juliet.
press.
Taxi via Juliet,
Delta 1214, runway 30, taxi via Zulu, Yankee 11.
It won't reset. Alright, now it's running. Stop.
Alright, bro.
I was trying to make this fast so that like I can run timers for like when we come out of reverse and stuff like that. So that would start it.
Blue Shirt 5667, like I forwarded to
Stopped. Start. No. Wow. It's a bunch of button pushes. It's like 5 button pushes to do what 3 should do. Start. I'm not, okay, so now it just go start, stop, reset. So it should be 3 button presses.
Otherwise, when ready for taxi, expect runway 1 for departure.
Runway 1 will advise taxi 5667.
There you go. It's weird.
227, 227 is your normal speed.
Zoom normal speed, southwest 57.
United 1395 is your normal speed.
Normal speed, United 1395.
United 351, climb 18, runway 320.
5 level 320, 9351.
Okay.
United 28, Washington.
Just about to hit our halfway point.
Climb maintain, flight level 210.
210, American 1726.
Roughly 20 miles, we'll be halfway through the flight. Man, I tell you, really starting to dig this whole Airbus setup. And just looking at it in the camera kind of gets me a little excited. I wish y'all could feel this. Like this, just the way this feels is just, it's nice. So now I can't wait to get that stick with the gator that goes over the base of the joystick, and have that sitting next to the leather on this tiller. I mean, y'all see it every time you watch V1 when he flies Airbus. Yeah, it's gonna be nice. So who's gonna be watching the college football national championship tonight? I know I will be. Need overhead panel now and autopilot panel. Yep, and I've actually thought about the autopilot panel. The same guys that make this MCDU also make like a full autopilot panel, and it's not too terribly expensive for what it is. Although I would anticipate it's not like the quality that I want. But yeah, I think if I remember correctly, it's like $1,500 for the full autopilot panel. So both the EVIS controls, as well as the FCU. But that's what that's on my radar. It's down the road a little bit. Autopilot or overhead panel, that's a whole different story. You're going to be looking obviously into the thousands range for that. But what I'm waiting for is the I don't remember the name of the company, but they're the place I've told you about before over in Daytona, across from the Speedway. It's a place in the mall. They've got a ton of fixed base simulators from the CRJ200, 737 MAX. They got some Diamonds, some Cessnas with G1000 setups, but they're also bringing in an Airbus, a full Airbus cockpit. When they do that, I might have to go buy some GoPros and do some recording and put a video on YouTube for that. Because that'd be hella cool to finally, after kind of perfecting-ish my skills in the Airbus, as far as like flows and stuff like that go. I haven't had the chance to like manipulate a full cockpit Airbus since like getting somewhat more proficient. So I'd like to see how well I can handle doing that, because going from a real, like from the sim to like a real setup, it's still like it throws you off for some reason. I guess you get so used to like what views you have set up, stuff like that. So like when I flew their 737 MAX, even though I'm very familiar with the 737, just being in the cockpit and like looking up was like throwing me off. Plus I was sitting in the left seat, which threw me off, because y'all know me, I'm always on the wrong side of the airplane, the right seat. Go TC. My phone just blinked. My phone won't blink. I don't know what I saw. But anyways, go TCU. I don't know who I'm rooting for. Being an LSU guy, which by the way, I don't know if y'all have noticed or not, but I got an LSU helmet. LSU played Purdue here in Orlando, and I was able to purchase a signed LSU helmet by Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who was one of our 2019 national champion Tigers, who's our running back. So that's cool. Go Tigers. But yeah, I don't know who I'm rooting for. Being that I'm an LSU guy, naturally I'm an SEC fan. So I kind of want Georgia to win for the SEC, but at the same time, it's super cool that TCU has never even made it to a bowl game, and now here they are in the national championship. So like for that, I kind of want to root for them. So I don't know. I think I just hope for a good game. I'll take either one. I guess it's a win-win for me personally. Definitely, I hate Stetson so much. I mean, I can see that. Like, you look at the pictures of Stetson, and it's like, oh, this, like, just the looks of him and his mannerisms and stuff are kind of like a little annoying. But he's a kick-ass quarterback.
Washington Center, Walker 612, request start descent for
Maybe I should create a channel in the wrong side Discord for college football. Maybe we should do that, and then we can all have our football chats in the Discord.
Hey, Washington, Baron 5 Golf Papa request.
November 5 Golf Papa, Washington Center.
Hello, sir. 5 Golf Pop. We're about 10.
I'm a Buckeyes fan. Go TCU. Well, that says it all. I'm sure the ortho looks good. Yeah. And that's the best thing about this sim. You don't have to screw around with freaking ortho. I was trying to copy all of my X-Plane 11 ortho into X-Plane 12. I stopped. I was like, it's not even worth it. I haven't even flown X. Like, I bought X-Plane 12, went into it, so it could like generate whatever files it needs to, and then I got out of it to install like all my stuff, and then it was instantly like, fuck it, I'm not doing it. So I quit, haven't even flown X-Plane 12. I bought it, spent however much money on it, didn't even fly it. Exactly. He's also 26. Damn, is he really? Yeah. Florida Wings. Can't wait for. Oh, dude, I'm telling you, I didn't even know we were playing them again. We played Florida State for the first game of the season this year, or I guess like this season. We lost. We did it to ourselves. I'm still pissed off about it. But again, first game jitters for us. Whatever. We obviously played way better than expected, with having a new coach. So, like, there's that, I guess. But I found out when I was at the Florida, or at the Citrus Bowl, she's at Citrus Bowl here in Orlando when we're playing Purdue, that they were saying we're going to play Florida State. And I was like, oh shit, I didn't know we were playing them again. So we better be out for fucking blood. We better come out fucking firing, put them on the ground, and stand on their throats throughout the entire game. I want revenge. If you can't tell. Yeah, 26 is pretty old for a college QB, ain't it? But actually, there's no age limit on college players. I guess as long as you haven't played so much and you are enrolled in school, the team will take you and you can play. I always thought it'd be cool to go be a punter or a kicker for LSU. I don't have that leg strength for it, but even if I could just dress out on the team as a punter or kicker, because I'm not trying to get my ass lit up by the defense, even practice defense. So if I could do that, I would do it. I will not go back to school ever. It's like my life depends on it. I hate school. Yeah, that game, dude, it was such a blowout. I still enjoyed it. I was pretty lit. We tailgated, had a good time. Cooked a big old pot of gumbo for our friends. We took a couple friends who have never been to a college football game before. So I wanted to show them the college football atmosphere as well as some Louisiana culture. So we played some Cajun music, cooked a big old pot of gumbo, played some cornhole. Had some Purdue fans next to us who they build cornhole boards professionally and play in leagues. So like, hey, if y'all want to play, we'd love to play y'all. Like, all right, cool. Me and my girlfriend beat their ass. And my girlfriend was like, hey, I wonder if this is how the day is going to go between LSU and Purdue. We whooped that ass. It was great. 25, okay. That's still kind of old though for college. But I mean, I don't know. If you don't go, I guess you would go straight to college right out of high school. Redshirt your freshman year. You're like 18 when you redshirt, 19. So then 19, 20 is like your freshman. 2021, junior. Okay, I guess I can see it. It's close. He must have had a fun time in college or dumb as fuck. And you can type fuck in my chat. I don't care. Absolutely don't care. Oh shit. We missed top of the set.
Radar contact visual miles west of flight speed, flight with 340, welcome.
Negative, sir. 757 is no longer on wake turbulence. It's a heavy airplane for a long time ago. Check your aim.
887, we'll do that, thank you.
Washington Center, Walker 612, we have visual contact.
Lufthansa 460 heavy.
Alright, fuck it. We're just gonna go Unicom.
Thank you. Clear visual approach into Shannon, Dual report 5 miles final.
And descend via.
Roger, clear visual, runway 5 out.
Alright. Take her on down. Let's go open descent. Throw out the boards. I'm about to show y'all a nifty little way to come down fast. What's our next constraint? Of 16 to 70. Alright, we're going to spin up the speed, and that's going to increase our rate of descent because the airplane's trying to pitch for speed. Look at that. 34, 35. We are definitely out of that dude's airspace. I don't know if he told me or not. I didn't hear it or what, but let's go Atsu. You'll see menu message. Oops. You don't care. Prop page. 3,000 feet high. Should be able to get down and catch up to that pretty quick. We're only descending at 4,700 feet per minute. Turn that seatbelt sign on. And once we get back on profile, we'll brief up the approach and get this thing on the ground. $1,600 feet. $1,000 feet. We'll shallow us off. And here comes the glide path. Manage descent, manage speed, keeping those boards out so we can slow down, get back into that speed constraint window. And we'll just keep it coming down to Navigraph 6,000. Alright, stow the boards. Boards is stowed. We'll get the side stick. We'll get all the controls, camera on. Alrighty, so let's brief up the approach real fast. Remember how to even do that. What do you want? Nope. How about? That's right. It's on Volanta now. Yeah. I'm using the Navigraph built into Volanta. Okie dokie smoky. So we'll be like doing some of the stuff in the MCDU that you won't be able to see. But so we are planning the ILS runway 36 right. Approach frequency 108.9, which cross checks in the box. Final approach course is 3 degrees. We got 4 in the box. That's not a big deal. Final approach fix is Hayu at 2,500 feet. Decision height is 200 feet. Decision altitude is 927. Touchdown zone elevation is 727. We have a standard 3-degree glide slope, which also matches up with the MCDU. Approach lights, Pappy on the right. If we go miss, we'll climb to 1320 and a climbing right turn to 4,000 direct to Locust. We need 200-foot ceilings and half-mile visibility for this approach. And let's see what we've got going on right now. Winds calm, 10 statute miles, few at 25,000 feet, temperature's 10, dew point 00, and altimeter's 30, 11. So we are good there. On runway 36 right, we have high intensity runway lights, centerline lights, touchdown zone lights, approach lights, Pappy on the right, a 3-degree glide path on the Pappy. It's grooved. RVR's reporting. We've got 7,348 feet of runway from the glide slope. It's 150 feet wide. Once we land, it's going to be a left-hand turnoff. We'll roll all the way down and we're just gonna park somewhere over in this general direction. It's gonna be a right seat landing. Aircraft type is a 320 for tail strike avoidance. We're gonna go auto brake, low, full reverse, and we've got the ILS push buttons armed for the ILS. Any questions, throw them in the chat. Approach brief is complete. 3011, 3011. Status page check. Seatbelt signs are on. Cool. Approach checklist. Briefing is complete. Approach stable by 1,000 feet off the ground. ECAM status is checked. Seatbelt signs are on. Minimums 200 set. Engine NIS 1 and 2 are off, and altimeters 3011 set. Before or approach checklist is complete. I forgot to take that out. Sorry guys, that's my B. I do that all the time. Alrighty, prog page. Charlotte traffic. American 424 is 42 miles to the northeast. Descending via the Chesley 5 arrival. We'll call base Charlotte. Bada boom, bada bing. Oh man, look who's in the house. Oh, Captain Shaquille Oatmeal, what is up, dude? How's it going, my friend? Great to see you. Was QB out of Oklahoma State and was 29 when he was drafted. Oh damn. Yeah, old man. He's almost, that was almost my age. Actually no, it's not. I'm 32. There's a little layer down here. Oh shit, Jay's not working tonight. Look at you. You actually get a night off to yourself. Smashed burgers and garlic parmesan fries. Damn, that sounds good. I am hungry. Jay visiting the house, I see. Dinner sounds amazing. Currently giving the 3-year-old a bath. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad I'm able to provide you some content while you're doing dad duties. Dad duties is better than doo-doo duties. I'm going for Shacks for dinner. Damn right. Once we land, actually, we're on our way into Charlotte, so when I land, I'm coming to your house, Shaq. I'm hungry. I want some food. Yeah, it's messy. So glad to see you back in the saddle. Man, I'm glad to see myself back in the saddle, too. I was hoping to knock out another leg after this one. I don't think we'll have the time. I need to be off by the time Crystal gets home. We're getting a new bedroom set tomorrow, along with a new mattress and bed cover, like all this stuff, right? Like I walked into Rooms to Go thinking I was gonna drop like $2,000. I'll drop 6. So we're getting some shit tomorrow, and we need to have everything out of the bedroom so that the guys can bring the new stuff in. I am so looking forward to the new bed. It's mattress with cooling temperature or cooling capabilities, whatever you call it, and the bed cover also is cooling because our bedroom gets really hot. Our bedroom wall faces west, so when the sun comes down, it warms up that stucco, and it warms up the bedroom by another 5 to 6 degrees more than the rest of the house. So it's roughly like 76, 77 in the bedroom during summertime, and Crystal sleeps super hot. She's basically a heater under the covers, so it makes me super hot. So I'm super stoked to be hopefully nice and cool at night while getting to sleep. Hopefully. Damn right, you better pick me up. I'll bring you some bourbon. You pick me up. Yeah, $6,000. Yeah, so like it was my Christmas present to Crystal. We desperately need a new bedroom set. we're rocking my dresser that I've had since I was like in 6th grade, and it's falling apart. The drawers, every single drawer falls out. So like, and then she basically has the entire dresser for all of her shit, along with the walk-in closet and the nightstand. So these drawers like fall out and smash her feet, and she yells, cusses, and screams at me, which makes me mad. So I was like, you know what? I went online, I looked, I was like, oh, bedroom sets can be like $15,000 to $2,000. I can do that. I got a Rooms to Go credit card. I can finance it. It's 55 months. No interest. Cool. I forgot, though, that we have a Cali King, and all the bed frames and stuff we're looking at are for kings. So if we get a king bed frame, it means we have to get a king mattress. So that's like another $1,500, $2,000 on top of just the bedroom set. So yeah, we walked out, dropped about $6,000. And then I just spent another $600 on pillows. When we went to Branson, Missouri, and we stayed at the Angler's Lodge, which is a Bass Pro Shop partnership with Big Cedar Lodge Hotel, they had these pillows that were, like, I'm not a stickler. I'm not even a stickler on mattresses. Like, I can sleep on a hard ass mattress, a soft ass mattress. Like, I'm not picky. I can go sleep on a concrete ground. If I'm tired, boy, I'm going to sleep. These pillows, though, unbelievable. They're about $140 a pillow for a king size pillow. I didn't know pillows had sizes until this venture, but the other night I crawled into bed after flying a quick little flight sim flight after work, and my head hit the pillow, and I was like, you know, this pillow kind of sucks. If I just dropped $6,000 on whole new bedroom stuff, might as well just put the cherry on top and get the fucking pillows. The pillows, oh my god, they're amazing. They had them at this hotel, and they even had them for sale in the lobby. They had them under the Christmas tree. So I went to BigCedarLodge.com or whatever it was, found these pillows, bought them. Yo, if I don't stream enough now, I'm sure shit not about to be streaming enough later on, because y'all ain't never gonna be able to get me out this bed. Never. I'm gonna have to like set all this stuff up at the bed, where I can put my, and we got a base that's like, you know, comes up, and it was free. It's a special that Rooms to Go is running on their mattresses. You buy a mattress, you get a free adjustable base. Cool. So now all I need to do is just like put basically where I can sit up in the bed and have my rudder pedals and all this. So y'all talking about me sitting Indian style, I just sit in bed and stream like this while in bed. That's what I need to do. Alright, there's 10,000. So again, same thing as we were on the climb. I'm going to turn the landing lights on around 9,000 feet, just because I don't know how a pilot's life is calculating the altitude, because it goes based off of sea level. Here's 9,000 foot constraint. 210 knots. Oh yeah, there it goes. And now it just dropped. So now we're going to turn on the landing lights and the wing lights. Alt constraints, looking good. Did you say you were gonna let her pick what she wanted? That's where you went wrong. Well, I mean, in being that I was the one spending the money, like we agreed on what we were getting. There was a cheaper one that I was considering, but basically like their showroom floor sucks. Like there's literally only 2 bedroom sets that we liked. They seem like they have a lot more of everything other than bedroom sets. So there wasn't much that we really liked. We probably could have found more online. But to have like the really nice stuff that's gonna last a really, really long time versus the cheap shit that feels cheap and it's not gonna last a long time was about a $500 difference. So like, might as well just spend that $500. If we're spending this much money, might as well spend a little bit more and have the shit last. And it was way nicer. I mean, just looking at it from afar, you can see the difference. It's gonna be a nice little bedroom setup. But yeah, I know what you're saying there. Charlotte traffic, American 424 is crossing midfield on the downwind. We'll call base. Charlotte. Man, look at that cloud layer you're heading into. I know, it doesn't really correlate much with the METAR. I don't think. Them drawers are toe breakers, yep. Duct tape man and Gorilla Glue. Yeah, in fact they have like the replacement track, so they would. We are to the east of the airport, so we're planning on 36 right. How about you?
I work to the west of the airport, getting ready to turn base, left base, runway 36 left, America 1629.
Perfect, we'll be on the watch out for you. It looks like we won't have any issues, American 424. Nice. Yeah, they have replacement shit, but like the whole thing was, I mean, it's just, it was time. It was definitely time. It'd been chewed on by previous pets and stuff like that when I was younger. So, all right, so we have to keep on bringing her down. We got eBay. I can't tell if that's eBay or ePay. ePay at 6,000 feet, and then our next fix is SICDU at 3,000. So that'll put us a little bit high. So we're gonna need to keep it coming down. Let's go into manage speed. We'll keep it at 210, and we'll keep it coming down to about 3,000. We got him there on the TCAS. Sweet. Throw out just a little bit of spoiler and come down a little bit faster. Pillows better be amazing. Yeah, do that. I'm telling you, they are. Oh my God, they are hands down the best pillows I've ever put my head on in my life. Hands down. I can kind of see my dog over there. She's just been staring at me. So I took her bed out of here. Alright, let's go direct SICDU. Take a look at that. Looks good to me. Insert.
And Charlotte traffic, American 1629, turning 50 mile final, runway 36 left, Charlotte.
Charlotte traffic, American 424 is turning base. We'll call out our mileage once we get established. Charlotte.
2,500.
Alrighty, got down a little early.
I've got visual on you off to my right. Good separation.
Copy, we got you on the TCAS as well. Alright, let's go flaps 1. Speed checks flaps 1. If we were nighttime, we'd be able to see them. And let's arm approach mode. Shut off music. And we can go ahead and arm that autopilot 1 channel. And we'll spool her down to about 180. And there's VNE plus 10, or VNE minus 10 rather. Flaps 2, speed checks flaps 2. Charlotte traffic, American 424, 12 mile final, ILS runway 36 right. Charlotte. See if we can see this guy. There he is. Oh yeah, look at that. It's gonna be damn near parallel. Sick. Glide slope starting to come in. That is a good looking parallel landing there. We are currently streaming right now, so if you'd like to watch the playback and see yourself in the stream, just YouTube wrong side simulations, like you're sitting on the wrong side of the airplane, wrong side simulations, and you'll be able to see yourself on the landing.
Copy that. We'll check that out after I get on the ground.
Alright, let's go 170. We are established, so actually, let's make sure we are perf. We are activated and confirmed.
Charlotte, traffic American 1629.
Manual speed, gear down, arm spoolers.
Charlotte traffic.
Giving it a quick second, waiting for that V&E -10. And speed checks, flaps 3. Let's approach altitude set. Flaps full. Landing checklist. Cabin crew is advised, auto thrust, speed, auto brakes, low, economical landing, all green. Landing checklist is complete. Alright, boys and girls. Just off to our 10 to 11 o'clock. No factor. My aeroplane. Oh, you can see him just over there off the wing. It's always my favorite thing about jump seating. And going into Atlanta, you usually end up side by side with somebody. I had one time, it was, I think we were set up on 2.8 and they were 2.7 left. And it was, I was a little uncomfortable. A little bit. They're on TCAS, they weren't lit up or anything. Everything was fine. It was just watching them, like, ooh, getting a little close. I'm not used to that stuff like
500
guys are.
$400 100 above 300
Flight
minimum
slope. Flight slope. Flight slope. Flight slope.
That's technically unstable. It should have gone around, but I ain't got time.
50 40 30 20 retard 10 5
Spoilers, reverse green decel. Go in reverse idle. Never mind, we'll just go to idle. And hit that button. Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Charlotte, North Carolina, home of the one and only Shaquille Oatmeal.
Runway 36 left. We'll be taxiing to runway or Cape Delta 3. Charlotte traffic.
Charlotte traffic, American 424 has vacated runway 36 right. We'll be holding here at Charlotte. Alright, let's hold here, set parking brake, and we'll clean her up. I have a button bound for that, just need to click that. The APU started. And we'll clear this out. Alrighty, after landing checklist, exterior lights are set, flaps are retracted, TCAS 2 standby, engine mode selectors normal, ground spoilers are disarmed, radar protected wind shear is off. Alright, where should we go to park? He said he's going to D. I see D. This is off to our left. So we'll go that way too. Just waiting for that 3-minute engine cooldown so we make sure we get all of our points on Virtual American. D3 he may have come from somewhere international. Okay. If he's going D3, we'll go like D7.
And Charlotte traffic, American 1629 crossing runway 36 center. Charlotte traffic.
I've been having issues with GSX lately too. Whenever I leave the airport that I departed from, it just does this. And I've updated it recently too. Playground Content, welcome aboard, my friend. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with us. We just landed in Charlotte, North Carolina, waiting on this 3-minute engine cooldown. And then we're going to shut down engine 2, and do a single engine taxi in. Yeah, so freaking irritating because I can't use GSX to park. And I have to hit this twice every time to get it to pop up. Super irritating. And there is 3 minutes. So we'll shut down. Gotta get that yellow electric pump on first. Shut down engine 2. And then we'll taxi in. Taxi and turn off lights are on. Got us a little message. Alright, I guess we'll just take this here. What is this? D9? Yep, I'll take D9. Kill those lights. Yeah, I'm sure I kind of planted that one pretty good. That's actually a terrible approach. Should have gone around due to being unstable. And then because we were low, then I held out too long, and we were a little high. And because we were high and so much further down the runway, so we're just going to stick this thing on the ground. So I got to be off here about the next 15 minutes at a minimum to get everything ready for whenever Crystal gets here so we can get that bedroom set up. Alrighty guys, we are here. We'll shut down numero uno. And then we're going to debrief. Beacon off. Seatbelt signs off. Fuel pumps off. Bam. Alright, let's get rid of this message real quick. see menu. Let's get this back out where y'all can see that McDo a little bit better. Not that you can read it or anything, but arrival message. You're in at 22:33, and remember we are we're not in live time, although we're in live weather. Background power on. APU can come off. Open up the cockpit door. And parking checklist, slides, disarmed. Engines off, seatbelts are off, exterior lights set, ice protection is off, fuel pumps off, yellow pump is off, chalk signal received, parking brake is on. Landing checklist is complete. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to submit these PIREPs. And see how we scored on all three. Alright, so we'll start first with a pilot's life. Go to reports. Oh, logbook's what we want. Alright, so here is my entire logbook, and looks like we did pretty good on that one. We got a 100 out of 100 on this flight. So the big thing that this is really looking for is how you fly and standard operating procedure type things like turning off your landing lights, you know, before you're above 10,000 feet, that kind of stuff. So we got 100 through here. It looks for 35 different items. So max pitch angle was within limits, max bank angle, G-force, overspeed. We never stalled. Checking for your lights and the sequence in which your lights are coming on. So like for taxi out, that your nav light is on before you push, beacons lights on before you push, tax lights on while you're taxiing, transponders on, flaps set. Max ground speed is less than 30 knots. For takeoff, our landing lights are on, strobe lights are on, max pitch angle is less than 20 degrees. For the initial climb, landing gears retracted, max indicated airspeed is less than 260 knots. In the climb, we've got our flaps up and landing lights off before 10,000 feet. Cruise, we don't pause, we don't slew. For the initial approach, max pitch angle is less than 15 degrees. Max indicated airspeed is less than 280 degrees or 80 knots. Landing lights are on below 10,000 feet. For the approach, max pitch angle is less than 15. Flaps are deployed, landing gears down, spoilers armed, and max indicated airspeed less than 200 knots. Now, for those of you who do fly a pilot's life, if you go around, you will be docked points solely because you'll more than likely go above 280 or 200 knots indicated. Therefore, it'll dock you points for that. It doesn't have like a go-around conditions type phase, so therefore you'll lose some points. On the landing, it'll score your landing rate. So this read a negative 233, then a landing G-force. And then for the taxiing, we've got landing lights off, nav lights are on, beacon lights on, taxi lights off when we park. Also for the beacon light, it's looking for your beacon light to be off when you park. Or like when you submit, if you submit for the PIREP and your beacon light's still on, you're going to lose points. Flaps are up, spoilers are retracted, and max ground speed less than 30 knots. So we did good there. Happy with that. Got 100 points on that, so we'll kill this. Next, we'll pull up PACX. So PACX, we had 126 passengers. They were very satisfied at 96%, negative 236. So that's close to what APL was showing, with a block time of 1:02. We had it scheduled originally for 59 minutes within here. SimBrief calculated 53 minutes, but it's not calculating that long downwind. So good on that. We'll take it. And we'll close this. And then last but not least, we're going to open up Virtual American. And we're going to go to PIREPs and see what that gives us. Now this is where even more standard operating procedures come in. Alright, so we got 30 points for being connected to the VATSIM network, 10 points for single engine taxi in, 10 points for single engine taxi out. And that is a big thing that we do in the airlines. We do try to push for single engine taxi in and out to conserve fuel. It is a fuel saving strategy that we all use. Whenever we run taxi numbers, it is based off of a single engine taxi. So if, for example, if I'm planning a flight out of DC, and the software, now our software, and at least for us, is it calculates the standard taxi based off of historical data for this flight departing around this time, blah blah blah, and it's going to calculate that based off a single engine taxi. So if it's giving me 300 pounds of fuel for a taxi, but it's raining in DC, well, when it's raining, you can't do a single engine taxi because it's not safe with asymmetrical thrust on a wet surface. Therefore, it's going to be a 2-engine taxi. So then I would go in double. So if it's 300 pounds, I'm going to give them 600 for a 2-engine taxi. Let's see. Engine shutdown in the gates. We got 10 points for that. 50 points for a safe landing. I think if you get less than like negative 99 or less, you'll get like 100 points, something like that. Engine start sequence. So it's looking for engine 1 start and then engine 2. The flight length. So because it was between an hour and 2 hours, we got 20 points. The longer the flight, the more points you get. We also got 25 points for preparation time. So if we prep for 25 minutes or more, we get points for that. And then 100 points just for starting the flight. So that is good. And over here we got more details. So we got a total of 265 points. Our flight time was 59 minutes. Blah, blah, blah. We were off the blocks at 22:34. We took off at 22:52. Landing rate's negative 233, which is the same as a pilot's life. Completed the flight. We're on VATSIM. What aircraft we were flying? We were on at 23:59, and then on blocks. So then we were on at 23:52, and then we were in at 23:59. It's kind of a weird flow it's got there. 287 nautical miles is what we flew with 125 passengers, although PAX boarded 126. 6,037 pounds of fuel was burned. Our taxi out time was 18 minutes. Average taxi out time is 9 minutes. So I guess maybe this is like the average amongst everybody in DC. I don't know. Taxi in was 6 minutes. Average taxi in is 6:24. So we were actually 2 seconds faster than the average time. So yeah. So in my opinion, when you fly a virtual airline that's as in-depth as Virtual American or Virtual Spirit's even more in-depth. Just being that they have matured, that the airline's been around longer, so you've got real-life Spirit gates, you've got the ACARS messages telling you what gate to park at and whether or not to use ground power, if it's going to be a quick turn to leave the APU on, etc., etc. But when you have a virtual airline that you fly for that's that in-depth, flying that parallel to PAX and a pilot's life, I think you get a very good feel for an airline commercial operation. You really have to focus on your SOPs, making sure that you do everything right, and it obviously helps to have checklists and briefings, stuff like that. This is my specialty of aircraft, Airbus, being that this is what I dispatch. You put me in a 7.3, I can promise you I will have messed up all throughout a pilot's life and Virtual American. So anyways, for those of y'all who don't or haven't done this, I would highly suggest giving it a shot. See how you like it. It'll definitely make you a better pilot, and even more so when you focus on one aircraft type. You get so much going. Like there's things that just trigger, like whenever I verbally say flap 0, that triggers my mind after takeoff checklist. So like you'll really kind of get those things down, and it makes you a better pilot, and then you start scoring more points and kicking more ass and looking more like you know what to do. But yeah, guys, be looking for the next stream to be probably on, what's today, Monday? Wednesday. We'll probably stream again on Wednesday. Tomorrow I'm going to be busy getting all of the new furniture in, all that kind of stuff. If they get done pretty quick, if they get here early and get done pretty quick, then I'll definitely stream tomorrow. But I'm kind of reserving my schedule tomorrow for that whole ordeal, and then again, if they're done soon, then we'll stream. Probably fly the Airbus again and keep on doing some of this virtual American, or maybe we'll go do some virtual Spirit. But nonetheless, guys, thank y'all so much. Oh, why does the A319 in the pilot up? So a Pilot's Life also has like aircraft type for each flight. You can go in and change that. I just didn't change it. If it has me flying like a 7.3, then I'll change it to some sort of an Airbus. But in a Pilot's Life, you know, you're basically like flying up like a pilot's career. And so I do, if it's a different variant within the same type, I'll leave that variant just to kind of build out my logbook for different variants, because it does take that into account when you are applying for another job within a Pilot's Life. So right now I do fly for American in a Pilot's Life so that I can fly that parallel to virtual American. But you can absolutely go change it. You purchase, as you make money, you go buy aircraft licenses, and then you can fly like for example, I have the 737 family, the A320 family, and the 757 family. So I can fly that aircraft type for any flight within a Pilot's Life. But yeah, if you're shooting for ultra realism, as I probably should have on this one, you would want to have everything the same, I guess. So I should have changed that from the 319 to the 320. But you can fly whatever aircraft type or variant that you want on a Pilot's Life, as long as you own that license. You can do that. But guys, thank y'all so much for coming to hang out. Sorry that it's been so long since I've streamed. I'm trying to get my streaming schedule back to being a little more consistent now that we are out of the holidays and through the new year. I will be starting my new special project as a dispatch manager to implement RNP AR approaches and LPV approaches for my airline. I don't know how much busier that's going to make me, but tentatively I am trying to make my streaming consistent again. I hate that I'm not consistent. Definitely like kind of slow down on the subscribers for that reason, although I don't really care about the numbers. But it is it's fun for me to be able to teach the little bit that I do know as a dispatcher and dispatch manager. So I do like to try and reach more folks in that regard. But whatever song this is, it goes hard. Yeah, I know, this is my favorite. This is my intro song. I like this song quite a lot. But alright guys, well hopefully I'll see y'all tomorrow. If not, for sure see y'all on Wednesday. And until then, I hope y'all have a great night. The next time we stream, we're going to be drinking some alcohol. I got some real good shit in the mail. Some stuff I bought. More on that next time. I think Crystal's home. So, until next time, guys, be good or be good at it. Keep it on the wrong side. See y'all on the next one. Have a good one. Peace.
30, 20, retard. 5,